Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? I am just doing, I think this is the 11th and not the final installment of what I've been calling Shelf by Shelf, just going through my collection here, just doing it a shelf at a time instead of doing the whole thing, just because the collection has gotten pretty big. I'm actually quite impressed with it. My wife, not so much. It is the bane of the apartment existence or existence in this apartment. But anyway, it's a little bit it can be a little bit dark in here, little bit dark in here. That's what I'm trying to say. I used to be able to speak English. I don't know what happened, and I haven't been drinking because I just finished work. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, it's a little bit dark in here because you can see the blinds are closed. And yes, the blinds are shredded now. Want to know why? That's why. Yeah, yeah, you. You are why we can't have nice things. Okay? But yes, we love you just the same. Yeah. This one, not so much. Well, no, we love her just as much, but she's not a troublemaker. She used to be, but not so much anymore. She's grown out of that stage. But anyway, yes, I am going to be talking about. This is the last shelf currently that I'll be talking about. Sorry, it's a little jostly as I'm walking. I apologize for that. And if you want to help me get up to 1,000 subscribers, that would be really cool. I'd really appreciate the subscribe and comment below. I love bantering. I love hearing what other people have in their collection and what they think of mine, and or even if think about what do you think about my videos in general. Maybe they're just lousy and the worst things you've ever seen, or maybe you like them. I don't know. I hope you like them. I mean, people are watching them. Not a lot of people, but enough people enough to keep me happy. But anyway, like, subscribe, comment. You know the spiel that everybody says in theirs. But I just want to get up to 1,000 folks, and that would just make me super happy. So let's get over here, talk about a couple things. So let me get this light on. So far I've done that shelf up there, this shelf here, this one here, this one here. This is new. I did a video about this. Wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do an unboxing video, but it's it wasn't really super exciting to unbox, but it's a really cool toy. Anyway, if you don't know what it is, which I'm sure you do, it's Glenn's Cadillac from Nightmare on Elm Street, and it comes with little Freddy, and I don't know if that's supposed to be Nancy. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Nancy in there, but it's really hard to tell because it doesn't really. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But oops, knocked over the Freddy. This isn't the shelf I'm doing, by the way. I'm just showing this off. It's got the engine. The door's open. Except that piece there is supposed to go under the door, not over top of it. But I'm not too concerned about that. Maybe just a little drop of crazy glue. And the trunk opens. Here. Spare tire in the back. But anyway, if you did watch that video where I was talking about this, just had come home from bike riding all day and I was super excited. It's all I was thinking about all day is like checking this thing out. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And I did this shelf and that shelf up there, and this shelf, and these are some shelves. If you haven't watched those videos and you're interested, just scroll down a little bit below, and all of these videos are there. I'm just giving a quick once over of everything I've already shown. And these shelves here, and this half of the top shelf. And then this is what I'll be talking about today, this half over here, except for these things that I already just talked about. But these are the other shelves I've already shown. And just up here. And then these shelves down there, my little Leatherface shrine. And then just some mini posters over here. And then there's this wall, which has been in lots of my videos. But anyway, up to this top shelf. I hurt my knee, so I got to be careful getting up on this stool here. Yeah, ow, that actually hurt. But yeah. So starting off on this shelf over here as the final shelf currently. I got Leatherface and the dinner scene and the Pretty Woman mask, which is what that mask is there. That up there. That's a NECA, one of the NECA dolls. All the dolls I don't open because they're not. I don't know how freestanding they are. Plus, they would take up a lot more space, and I kind of like having them on the wall. It's almost like art. That is Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I can't remember the actor who plays him. That was the first Hunchback of Notre Dame movie I ever watched. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I really liked it, and that's where I started getting my liking and journey into the classic horror films of those days, the early Universal films, etc. You know, and that's Leatherface from Chainsaw Massacre 2. I think I got that at a horror convention, but I can't remember. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know why it doesn't say Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Maybe it's a legal issue or copyright issue, so it's just called Killer Clowns, but they're still able to use the likeness for some reason. But that's Amigo figure or Mego doll. And over there, Freddy from New Nightmare. It's my second favorite of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Yeah, sorry about the glare. It's just with the blinds closed because it's super humid out there. It's dark, and I just want to get a little bit of light. There's the Fly, obviously, the 50s, and Charlton Heston. I can always forget the character's name, but obviously from Planet of the Apes, another great film. And that's the Christopher Lee version of the Mummy way over in the corner. I can't really reach, but you get the idea. But most of these, actually pretty much everything here I own is just stuff I've come across by chance. I could just order things, but to me that's, I don't know, just, there's no surprise. You know, I like going to the stores I go to and just be like, oh, wow. And then just the excitement of just seeing something without pre-planning it, you know? But this Leatherface, one of the first figures I bought, I think this was like late 80s. This is when their first series of the Movie Maniacs collection. You can see under there it says Movie Maniacs. Leatherface, I had this a long time ago. You can tell cause even like the shell is yellowed because normally that would be clear. And there is another version of this that I saw that I do want to come across again and try to find. It's pretty much the same figure, but it's the bloody version. So on top of the things that do come in there, there's blood splatter more on the apron than just a little bit that's already there. And then it comes with a severed head and a severed arm, and it's just a little bit more gruesome looking. And there's Regan. Is it Regan or Reagan? I think it's Regan. I've seen the movie so many times. One of my favorite horror films of all time. But I can never remember her name. If it's Regan or Reagan, I always say it wrong. But anyway, some guy I know got me that. I don't talk to the guy anymore, but he got me that. And there, of course, Shock Top from Chainsaw Massacre 2. Shock Top. That's a beer. In case you wondered, that is a beer. No, Chop Top from the original, the sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out in the 80s, which I hated the first time I watched because I didn't understand really like why it was funny and all that. Now I love it. I think it's an excellent film. And I also thought Chop Top was the hitchhike character. I didn't know that Nubbins, like I didn't know it was two different people, and I thought that the plate in the head was all he got from getting run over by a truck. But I was only 13 years old or something when I saw it, 13 or 14, whenever it came out. And these are two Mego figures, Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein from, I believe that's Frankenstein's daughter, that figure where he's wearing this sort of the woolly vest, which he's also got on in this figure I have over here. Frankenstein's my favorite of the Universal horror films, the classics. And over here I got Ghostface with a blue face version. The only reason I bought that, it's one of the times where I went to one of the stores that I go to and they didn't really have anything and I didn't want to waste the trip, so I bought that. Otherwise I wouldn't, because I do have the traditional white mask Ghostface over here. And then back here I got Back here, yeah, Corpse Bride figures that I forgot I bought. I bought these just after the movie came out, and I boxed them away with a bunch of other things. And I was digging through some stuff a couple years ago and found them. I was like, oh crap! Then I just price checked them, and I was surprised. They're actually worth quite a bit. Except the packaging got a little dented while it was stored. But talking about things that I just come across by chance, I was in a secondhand store and I found this Daryl Dixon bobblehead figure. And again, it was one of those things that was like, oh, wow, that's really cool, because I do really like the Walking Dead series. So, and anyone who watches the show loves Daryl. I mean, who doesn't like Daryl? And I even have a zombie Merle down here. And then up here, it's a Scout Trooper on a speeder bike. It's a model, and I've mentioned many times before, like that's a model, that's a model. I'm terrible at painting, and I bought a whole bunch of models, and didn't bother painting them very good because I can't paint to save my life, models and things like that, like detail. So I got the color scheme right. It's just not very good, but because he's kind of far away and up on the shelf, it doesn't really show so bad. So it's not terrible versus these ones that are just two colors and I didn't even paint the insides. But anyway, there's my NECA Godzilla figure. I do love the original Godzilla series. The campy ones, the original one, Gojira. Love it. And this here is, of course, Gamera. And the interesting thing is I've been to Japan a couple times, and I went there trying to find some really cool Godzilla stuff. You know, something more like this. And I couldn't find anything. The only Godzilla thing I could find was this little wind-up guy that doesn't work. That is secondhand, like it was a flea market. So, yes, this Godzilla here came right from Japan. And, yeah. And then I ended up getting this Gamera in the airport just to spend some money because we just had some leftover yen and what are we going to do with it? So I ended up buying that. And when I was in there, after I bought this, I saw this big Godzilla. It looked kind of like this, only it was about this tall. And they give you, that's about the size of my hand. But, and I was like so disappointed I saw that after because I don't speak Japanese. I didn't know how to come in and say, oh, can I switch this for this? So I ended up with the Gamera, which is kind of cool because now I have a Gamera and a Godzilla. So this is the new Godzilla. There. And so is that, but like sort of a cartoony kid version of it. And that's whatever the monster was that he was fighting in the film. And this one here, if I can find the right spot, some of it's a little tricky. It's in there somewhere. Where are you? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's so blurry, but it's kind of cool. Put you back. And then over here, King Kong. King Kong's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I really like this King Kong figure. I got this one first. But it looks like King Kong aside from all the weird colors. And I don't know why it's so lavishly painted. But this one is obviously more like the original film version. And even comes with one of the biplanes. It's in there. I really like this figure. And I got a couple mini posters over there. There's one there and one there. And I also have another full-size poster, but it's bigger than the standard size poster, so it doesn't fit in the frames in a regular poster frame. So it's still rolled up in the bedroom after I bought it a couple years ago. And this here is the DeLorean, obviously from Back to the Future. This is the one from Part 3, and you can tell by the different wheels, and also this gizmo up on the hood. And the door's open, and you can see inside. And I have another one down here that I bought, but I've mentioned this one in a couple videos, and of course I have the original one from the original film down there. And I bought this here actually at the same store that I bought this. So, Anyway, that's shelf by shelf part. I want to say it's part 11. So let me just get down here without hurting my knee too much. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you watched this all the way through, thank you very much. Let me turn this light off. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, if you haven't already, that would be outstanding too. I'm gonna finish the video outside, where it's a little bit later. But yeah, if you want to subscribe, you want to like, want to comment, that would be fantastic. And I guess until the next one, here's a view of the balcony flowers. And from my balcony. Anyway, until the next one, thanks for watching, and bye.